Enormous entities, intricate death traps, rising black mass of death. Welcome to White Knuckle. The core loop is simple. You control each hand independently, manually grabbing, swinging, and vaulting your way up 10,000 meters of concrete. But after suffering through its grueling campaign, I realized that the real danger isn't the monsters, it's you, and why our own survival instincts are the biggest threat in the superstructure. The Ruby Mountains Superstructure serves as the setting for this climb. Records claim that the ITAA, this massive research group, discovered the site in the 80s. You heard that right, not built, but found. Dropping into Substructure 17 for the first time feels like entering an industrial factory. Rhythmic banging echoes through the shafts while a detached announcer speaks over the intercom.
Emergency. Structural instability detected in Tunnel 7. Evacuation recommended.
But the longer my climb lasted, the more off the environment felt. As you traverse the first region, the silos, you start to ask questions you don't have the answers to. Who is this intercom lady talking to? Are there 16 other substructures if I'm in number 17? And why are so many signs telling me to run? From what? Also, why the hell are we using golden roaches as currency? The higher you go, the more you notice the lack of functionality. Like random doors that lead to nowhere, and seemingly different structures that defy the laws of gravity. It's creepy because it looks so familiar, yet the way it works is so alien. Official reports claim Substructure 1 never existed, while labeling Substructure 17, this physics-defying labyrinth, as storage facility. But you don't store things in whatever this is. If people in charge are lying about what's happening, you have to wonder what else it is they're hiding in the dark. I found the answers to what they were hiding the hard way the first time this black goop started rising, which is the mass. The mass is the literal embodiment of all the previous workers who failed the climb. Whenever you're focused on the climb, you'll never see it coming. Instead, you hear it, a low, wet, gurgling sound paired with a riser effect that ever so slightly ticks at your nerves. Nice, come on, get up. Ah, it is really getting up there. Okay. Alright. In White Knuckle, every run begins as a climbing sim until you hear that sound. Then, it becomes a horror game. I felt the pressure the most during my second hour. Even the simplest jump turned into a struggle. Your brain stops caring about efficient routing or looking for golden roaches. All it wants is to go up. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like hearing a timer run down to 0, but in a much more horrifying way. But rushing is exactly how you fail. You miss the obvious items, alternate routes, and totally tunnel vision. To survive, I had to find a state of mind that stopped me from panicking, even in the face of death. I had to lock in. Alright, now that you're hooked on the game and struggling like I was, here are some of the tips I use to make me a better climber. First, do not be discouraged by repeated dying. It's just like a Dark Souls game. You have to make use of your death. Use those runs to learn attack patterns, alternate routes, secret stashes. Experiment with items too. Using a new item twice puts it in your vendor's stock, so even if you don't find a use for it yet, use it anyway just to unlock it. You keep any roaches you bang, so it's good to save them for one big run. If you spend that currency on a floppy disk, you can save and have multiple attempts at a tough spot. Dying is a part of the game and part of the progression, so do not be discouraged. If you want to stay light, don't go over 13 items. Going over makes you progressively slower and heavier. At first, I always justified going 1 or 2 items above the soft cap. I thought a few items wouldn't hurt my overall speed, but it's just never really worth it. Having over 13 items not only makes you slower, but it means you're not using your tools efficiently, even when you need them the most. So what if you're wasting items on easy climbs? The faster you are, the more time you give yourself on harder regions. Item efficiency and item priority only matters if you're able to reach the regions where it's needed in the first place. Speaking of item priority, I would prioritize injectors, pills, and grubs. Combining any combo of these 3 items will let you zoom through a room. Also, never lose your hammer. It's your one and only tool for fighting and screwing in pythons. Pythons. After that, look for roped rebar, and auto python. Quick tip, using rebar has recoil, so you can actually use it to propel yourself up in niche situations. Anything else, like golden roaches, you can just store in the vendors. Pythons are probably the worst item in the game, so you should only take them when you have extra space. If you do happen to be using them, only hammer them in once. It's enough time for you to grab onto another hold, even if it doesn't look like it. Whatever you do, keep up the pace. You don't have to speedrun the game, but you do have to realize that humans make mistakes, and we have to take these mishaps in account to properly keep up a good speed. If you want to be faster, start climb jumping. It's when you start hopping from one hold to another like this. It'll take more stamina, so just start slowly. Guarantee your hand placement before making the jump, and eventually, it'll become second nature. If you want to see more examples, check out my other channel where I made a sleep-through version of the game's campaign. You might be asking, why even try? Why play a game that actively punishes every small mistake without remorse? Well, I remember hearing a quote from another video on this platform that said, "How you do anything is how you do everything." This quote stuck with me because for the longest time, I dropped games like there was no tomorrow, just because they didn't feel fun in the moment. Now, I look back at those games as regret. Regret that I didn't give that game the attention it deserves. And I don't want to regret anything else in my life. I think about games like Sekiro, or even just difficult moments in my life where I walked away because it felt too heavy. I used to tell myself it was bad design, or that it's not for me. But the truth was simpler. I just didn't want to be uncomfortable. But that's what White Knuckle is actually about. It's a test of your composure, your will, your grit. The superstructure wants you to fail, and it wants you to drop the game. But when you embrace this mindset of endurance, when you realize that the only thing stopping you from achieving those goals is you learn exactly what it is you need to do. In White Knuckle, you either lock in or you die.